Friday Inspiration Boost. Let's talk about tone of voice, communication. From Your True Home, The Everyday Wisdom of Thich, Nhat, Hahn, and I never know how to say that. I should really look it up and teach myself. And number 252 in this book, Natural Parenting. But I'm only going to focus on the last paragraph. When you use loving speech, you can water the good seeds in your children and inspire them to do as you have done. You don't have to punish or blame them. With right speech and by following your own practice, your children will see and they will follow you. Now, let's talk about how our tone of voice can be so different. Like I can say, "You're such a jerk," and everyone knows that I don't mean it, I'm in jest, I'm joking, I had a good moment with the other person. Or I can say, "You are such a jerk," and those could be fighting words. And I also can say, "Why are you such a jerk?" And then I'm whiny and I'm a child, whiny child. And that then, those different tones of voice can bring out other things in the other person. Like I said, the fighting words, right? "You're such a jerk." Fighting words. That's going to invite somebody to escalate, take us up a notch until it becomes a full-blown argument where we both might say words that we regret. If I can, say, "You're such a jerk," and then we can laugh about it and go on and say, what happened. And in the whiny voice, "Why are you such a jerk?" It's like I'm victim, that other person is persecutor. And then somebody can come along and be the third leg of the triangle and be the rescuer. And these games, provoker, victim, rescuer, happen in our tone of voice. And can we use that in dialogue on the page when we're not there to read our written work for our audience? I believe we can, with how we describe the scene and how we paint the people's faces that are talking. Like, red in the face, Rusty exclaimed, "You are such a jerk," clenching her teeth the whole way through. That communicates the anger, the fighting words, right? And when you might want to communicate the victim whininess of, "Why are you such a jerk?" Rusty, near to tears, barely choked out the words as she started to fall apart. Now, yes, some of this is purple prose, but you get my drift of how what we say after the quotations can give the tone of voice to what's happening in the dialogue. Yes? Like the jest and the fun of that, "You're such a jerk," can be said with a smirk on the speaker's face and the other person going, "Well," a little bit of chuckle, "Yeah, I guess I am." And that really does bring home the tone of voice that you can do in your conversations and in your dialogue on the written page. Go and practice some dialogue between people. And if you really want to paint the differences, make one a victim, make one the persecutor, and make one the rescuer. And as old as time, traditionally, I don't think I want to use the word traditionally, as old as time, the triangle is often played out. I mean, you've all heard mother-in-law jokes. The mother-in-law is the rescuer, the wife is the victim, and the husband could be the persecutor, or the husband can be the rescuer and the mother-in-law can be the persecutor and the wife is the daughter-in-law can be the victim. And this is probably where a lot of those jokes have come from, and this is where couples need to be united front when mothers meddle. And yeah, some of us might be prone to meddling and some of us hopefully not. But go and practice a dialogue with your characters and have fun with it. Just like take some characters you're working with or create some brand new ones and give them a scenario. Like, who ate the last piece of chocolate cake, or who's going to go and get the groceries this week. I did it last week. Whatever you want to do, but practice dialogue, because dialogue is what makes our fiction and our memoirs come alive. And if you're worried about remembering dialogue when you're writing memoir, memoirs are our own personal take. There are memories and they're not exact. and you would put in a disclaimer in the front of your book to that extent. I have templates for disclaimers if you want to not start one from scratch. Reach out, let me know. And that is your Friday Inspiration Boost. Go right. Bye for now.